Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yes, hope you are all good. Let's just wait for others. We'll start around 10 past.
Noted. Cool.
Sure. Good morning once again. I think let's start the session because other people will join. They will join while we are in the middle of the process. Because we are using data, we are using Wi-Fi, so we need to start early as possible. So my name is Ayanda Zwane. I am one of the project coordinators for Moripe Holdings. I will be I'll be a point of communication from Moripe Holdings for this project. So this project is that we are starting today is gonna go until early July. Which will be physical classes. They will be Friday and Saturday. During the week, it's gonna be online classes, maybe twice a week or once a week for those 5 days. And then it's the end user computing. You will be learning e-weight, Excel, and then I think how to create my reports and send my emails, which is the basic thing for Microsoft or end user something. We will be using the elements for going forward for material where you can download the material, or sometimes you can also submit your work after you have finished your completed your work. You can submit on the elements, but we have our IT guy on this session is gonna take you through the elements, which how can you get the assessment, how can you get the material or the manual for each and every unit standard that you are going to do. We also have your facilitator, Mr. Mtimkulu, who's gonna be assisting or facilitating this program, or the unit standard from the first unit standard up to the last unit standard. The unit standard that we are going to do, have 13 unit standard, which we are going to do for this program with 52 credits. Then at the end of this training, you'll get from us, Moripe Holdings, you'll get the letter of attendance. Then from MICT, you will get ESOR, statement of result, when you have done with this program. Yeah, that's all from our side. I will hand over to our IT guy. But if you have any question, you can raise those questions. Mr. Matonzelo can take them through the elements.
Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Anokolo Matontala. I'm the IT guide, Moripe Holdings. I'll be the one facilitating your access to the LMS, and we'll be taking you through the system in which you'll be using to get your resources. So what you see right now, could you also kindly confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So what you see is the login or sign in portal or page of the LMS called I Am Learning. Once you get your details by the end of today, you'll see, um, once you get the link to the LMS, you'll see this page, which will require you to enter your login details. These login details will be sent to you via email to access the LMS. So once you get your username and password, you will enter them here. To access the system. Okay, this is on my admin. So once you have access to the system, you'll be introduced to the following page. It's just the landing page to the LMS, which will give you the following quick links. The first quick link is to your courses. This is where you will register and you will access all your learning material. Assessments is when if there are assessments that are conducted through the LMS, you will get them through this page. And then finally, calendar, which will just give you the deadlines and so on, or timelines of your curriculum. So to start off, your main point of reference on the main page for your LMS would be the courses curriculum, the end user computing course, which it will give you an overview of what the course is about, and then so on and so on. And then you'll see this page, this section of the page called modules. Now, modules is where you will get your modules content. So be it understanding the learning objectives or the overall view of the module, and then also getting the material. So you'll see manuals, report instructions, and so on and so on. You'll get your learner guides and your templates, relevant templates on this page. So once you click on the drop downs of the learning material and templates, you'll get those resources as per the curriculum that you'll be going through with your facilitator. So to download these contents, you just simply click on the document or the button itself, and you'll have the related document on your devices. Then there's also class sessions in which you can, aside from the communication, whether it be WhatsApp or email, you get updates on when the next online sessions are via this page. As you can see, this is just a demo. This page will just link you to the relevant class and so on. It's not something too extensive or hectic in terms of understanding how to navigate around it. It's just where you can access your learning material. So once you have your login details, you'll get access to your respective curriculum page in which your facilitator will request that you reference certain documents in which you will find here. So before moving on to the next quick link or next page, are there any other questions or any questions or comments or seeking questions that you have? Okay, take the silence as no questions. So I'll just move on to the next segment. So in assessments, you'll be introduced to the following page. So this is just a demo. On your assessments page or portal, you'll see the following things. Upcoming assessments, be it quizzes, activities, or practicals. So to get those documents, they'll be either, those assessments, they'll be either available as a link or as a document. In the event of quizzes, they were mostly primarily available as links. These links will send you to a Microsoft form in which will grant you access to attempt a quiz, which will give you real-time feedback. In the event of document-related assessments like activities or practicals, you will just get access via the button here. It will be highlighted that it's accessible via document, in which you would click the document on the documents button to get that document's contents and then do your assessment. Now, the facilitator will dictate how they would want the assessment to be submitted, whether through the portal or via alternative means, be it via their personal email or things that you would do in class. So in the event that it's a practical assessment that needs to be submitted via the portal, you will see this following segment called Practical Submissions, in which you will be introduced to this dialog box. Assessment, you search the relevant assessment that's related to your submission, be it activity 1, for instance, the homework activity, you select, and then write down your full name. And then you can upload those documents contents. You can upload a maximum of 5 files. In the event that there are more than 5 files that need to be submitted, the administration here will make provisions that it accommodates for such tasks. But each file should have a size of 4 MB and not more. And then once you have uploaded that document, the administration would get its contents and the facilitator would then in turn mark the document itself. So once you have uploaded that document, you just simply press submit. After submitting, you get this message that you'll receive communication once your submissions have been marked, and then you can simply close, and then that's it. In the event that you did submit something incorrectly, let your facilitator and the administration know. And then for you to resubmit it, you just simply have to refresh the page and the dialog box will reappear. And yes, you'll go accordingly. And that's just the assessments page. Are there any questions that you may have? You can ask them now before moving on to the next page.
I think there was a hand up there checking the message in the chat. I think somebody pop up a message there.
Yes. Okay. What's the question?
I don't know if the person is still on the platform. I'm Devoho here, the facilitator. So I don't know if the person who pop up the question is still on the platform.
Yes, I still see them on the platform. Hi.
Yes, it's
Yes.
Marjorie.
Yes, Marjorie.
Your slides are too small. I can't even see. I'm not sure about the others. And you are too fast. To be honest, for the first time, I was not hearing you. When you started, I did not hear anything. I just end up there when you started opening, and then you show us the username, the password, and then you go. I didn't hear anything. Then I see when you talk about the practical, what, even though you said the practical, but I can't see anything. It's too small. I try to enlarge it, but I'm struggling if I enlarge it because I'm using my phone. My laptop doesn't want to take Wi-Fi. I don't know what is happening.
Okay, noted. Is everyone else or other people also experiencing the same difficulties as Marjorie? where you cannot see as to what I'm displaying or if I'm not audible? And also, am I being too fast? You can show by raising the hands if there are concerns. Sorry?
I'm sorry for that. There's another lady, Fikile, saying he's struggling to enter. He just wrote again in the group.
Okay, I hope Mr. Ayandazwane has that noted. Okay. Pertaining the font size, Marjorie, I am not displaying presentation, it's the platform itself. Yeah, your colleagues, the reason why I asked your colleagues if they were experiencing the same thing, I just wanted to understand if it was just you solely or isolated to your device. Being too fast, okay, I hear that. I can go back to where I've lost you, so that everyone doesn't leaves here with clarity and understanding of what they should do. So I'll try again to go back to the courses page. Just to recap what it is, or rather, let me just let you tell me where did I lose you, Marjorie? Hello? Marjorie is still there?
Yes, I'm still here, lead.
Yes, I was asking where did I lose you so I can quickly recap that page.
Can you start where you talk about the practical things?
Okay.
Yeah, from there.
Okay.
Practical.
Okay. As I mentioned, depending on how you are expected to submit your assessments, they'll differ. Either the facilitator would request that they are sent directly to their email, or alternatively, it will be sent to the administration via this toggle or dialog box called the practical submission segment. So, as I mentioned before, you'll see all your assessments, upcoming assessments here, displayed above, either available as links or documents. Now, these would be typically instructions for you to read and go through and attempt the assessment itself. So in the event that it's a practical or an activity that requires you to submit a document, this is the segment that will handle that function. So depending on, let's say, for instance, this activity is requested that it's submitted via our portal, you just simply come here on this segment. You click this lookup assessment launch lookup model, in which you will just select the correlating activity that you are attempting and then simply press select. So once you press select on that assessment, it will be selected here. And after that, you simply enter your name, full name, and then upload the requested documents. So if you required to, let's say, do 3 documents, you upload those 3 documents. You simply click and select. Once you've selected them, you'll see them pop up here. Then you can click them again just to view if it's correct. However, you have to note that there's a maximum of 5 files that can be uploaded per instance. So in the event that there are submissions that require maybe 7 documents, those documents or those document provisions or submissions will be provisioned by the administration team to ensure that the portal or the segment can handle such requests. However, each document has to be up to 4 megabytes. So anything that exceeds 4 megabytes won't be handled by the system itself. So you'd have to reduce the file size and its contents. So once those things have been uploaded, you can simply press submit, in which promptly the system will just say that your details have been submitted. You will receive communication once your submissions have been marked. So once the facilitator gets your document and provides feedback as of like marking and correcting your assessment, they'll get back to you. And then once that's done, yes, you get your feedback. So once you close that message, in the event that you, for some reason, uploaded the wrong document and you need to resubmit, you'd firstly have to communicate with your facilitator and the administration to say that you have submitted this document and the correct documents are as follows. So you have to resubmit it via the portal again. And as you can see, it's closed and not appearing. It's a quick fix of just refreshing the page, and then you'll see the toggle box appear in which you'll do the previous steps and then upload the documents and submit. And that's for practical submissions that require document submissions via the portal. Is that clear? Are there any questions, perhaps from your colleagues or yourself, Marjorie? Hi, Marjorie, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was asking, is that clear? Or is there any place where you require further clarification?
No, it's fine indeed.
Okay, so I will move on to the next segment, which is the calendar. It's not, ooh, apologies, clicked the wrong thing. So calendar is not a very extensive feature on the portal itself. It's simply just that a calendar in which we'll note or particular events that you should be wary of, be it class sessions or assessments that are due on that date. You'll see them pop up under events. It'll display the contents or the details of the events. Let me just go back. For instance, if it's this, you'll see on the 1st of February, there'll be like summary, closing, like the following events that are due on that day. It will outline what you have to do, just to keep you updated as to what is required from you. So it's more about deadlines or notifying you deadlines. It's not a feature that requires too much extensive work. Primarily, the pages that you'll be working heavily on are the courses and assessments. So that's what calendar does. Are there any questions before I close pertaining the calendar feature? Okay, I'll just head into the closing of my session. So as I mentioned, this is your LMS. Pertaining the details or access rights, you'll get them between the end of today or sometime tomorrow morning. Some of your documents are just being processed by the system. And then once everything has been processed, you'll receive email pertaining your login credentials, and then you coordinate with the administration and your facilitator pertaining your use of the LMS. If there aren't any questions before I close off, just say that's it from me. I'll just simply hand over to Ayanda. So if there are any questions, please ask them now before we move on to Mr. Zwane to proceed with today's session. Yes, Phil.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. I'm so sorry. I was having a problem of logging in. So I just came in now. I didn't hear anything from the beginning.
Okay. On the matter of just keeping to time, likely there's a recording of the segment that I went through with the class. However, on the email, I'll just do a short instructional as to what you should expect as per the LMS, and then we'll further communicate privately with yourself or any members that require more clarity on the LMS. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other questions? If there aren't any questions, I guess we'll proceed with Mr. Zwane and the facilitator, I guess. Thank you for your time and your attention during my segment. Thank you.
Mr. Ayanda, is there anything that you want to add on? Or maybe I should start with my lesson?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, Mr. Mtimkulu, there's nothing I can add there.
Okay, thank you.
Just proceed with the session.
Okay. Good morning once again, guys. I'm Tebogo Mtimkulu, your facilitator. So I'll be taking you through this end user or skills program from today until we finish. So, and I believe that we will work in hand. We will use the spirit of Ubuntu to help one another so that we are all on the same level. Okay. So what I will do, I'll start. I know you haven't received the manual yet on the LMS. So what I will do, I will simply share my screen so that you see what is the lesson for today. And remember, the lesson is being recorded. So if somewhere I'm fast, you can ask me to repeat, but you can also listen to the recordings as they have said. Any questions up to so far? Silence means consent, so it means I can proceed. Let me share my screen. So that you see what I'm presenting. Give me a minute. I'm opening my slides here. I've just created few slides that we need to focus on. Whatever I've put on the slides, it's everything that you will receive on your manual. So what I did, I only put it on a PowerPoint slide so that it will be easier. So I only summarized what it is in your manual, but then that doesn't mean you don't have to go through your manual or read your manual. So what I did, I simply summarized. Okay. So guys, as we have heard, we are all under the Moripe College. Then your facilitator, it's me, Tebogo Mtimkulu. Use a graphical user interface or GUI based processor to format a document. Meaning to format a document is to do all the changes that you will be looking to do on a document, or you'll be required to do on a document. Remember, a document, it will be simply a plain document. So the first one is Microsoft Word. So guys, Microsoft Word, it's part of our Office package, whether it's Office 365, Microsoft Office 2016. So Microsoft Word is also part of that. Okay. So in Microsoft in Office or Microsoft Office, we have your Word, you have your Excel there, you have your PowerPoint, you have your Outlook, you have your web base and so forth. Okay. So we will be doing Microsoft Word, which is it will take us through on how to format a document and so forth and so forth. I believe you can all see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So, lesson one, setting up your own your Word environment. Remember to start a Microsoft Word, you simply open it and then it just give you that blank document. But then we have to set up the Word environment so that you know the look and feel of that interface. It's what you want, like your quick access toolbars and so forth. So Microsoft Word 2016 is the word processing software in Microsoft Office 2016 suite. Remember, we will be using different Microsoft Word in our devices. Some of you will be using maybe the older version. Some of you, you'll be using 2016. I'm using 365. So, but then remember, the look and feel, it will be the same. It will simply differ there and there. So what it does, Microsoft Word, it allows you to easily create a variety of professional looking document using features such as your themes, your style, your smart art, and many more. Microsoft Office 2016 is the latest version of a series of computer applications released by Microsoft Office in 2015. If you look to the picture next to what I was reading there, you can see there that's how you set up your environment. You can see there, even if it's small arrows there, you have your quick access toolbar, and then you have your title bar. Your title bar, obviously, when you open a document where it says document one, before you give it a name, that is your title bar. Okay. Then your quick access toolbar, it's where you will be finding your save icon and so forth. So you have your home tab there. We have different tabs there. You have your home tab, you have your insert tab, you have different tabs, but then we'll go through those tabs maybe one by one so that you can see what is happening inside that tab. Okay, so for now, let me just present and then I'll open a Word document so that I can go through those tabs and you see what is happening. Then below the home tab there, you have what we call your ribbon there. Okay. On your ribbon, it's where you find your bold, your italics, your underline, where you find your fonts and so forth. Okay. That's where you find your styles and everything. We call that portion a ribbon. Okay. And then below there, you can see we have your font command there. We have your paragraph groups and so forth. Okay. Now, looking below that picture, you can see you have your status bar. Your status bar, it's where it shows you the number of pages that you have there. For example, we're working on this certain page. I'm saying, for example, Figile, type your CV there. So you simply start typing your CV and then it overlap to the next page, Maybe your CV is 5 pages, okay? So now on your status bar there, that's when you will see the number of pages that your CV has. And then next to the status bar, you can see there we have your view button there. Your view button, it's where you can change the view of the document. Okay, I'll take you through it. So after the view button, then it will be a zoom. So any questions up to so far, guys? Guys, any questions up to so far? Silence means consent, so it means I'll proceed. So now let's look at setting up your own word environment. Before you begin creating a document in Word, you may want to set up your environment. But then remember, it's not a must to set up your environment. But then it obviously it will be up to you. How do you want to set up your environment so that the look and feel it will be something that you understand on the computer that you will be working on. Okay. And became familiar with few key tasks or features such as how to control the ribbon. Remember, I showed you what is the ribbon, okay? Remember, I said the ribbon is where you find your italics, your bold, your underline, where you find your font type, your font size, and so forth, okay? Now, configure the quick access toolbar, display the ruler, and use the word count and zoom tool. So now when you look at that picture below there, you see to close, restore down, and minimize a document. So a document, if when you look at your document, you will have that minimize, you'll have the restore, and you'll have the close. So when we go through the class or the training, I'll be saying minimize this document. So don't come back to me and say, well, Konjo, where do I find minimize? Because now the minimize, you'll be knowing now, okay, when Tebogo said minimize, he's referring to this sign. When he's saying restore, he's referring to this sign. When he said close, he's referring to this sign. Okay. Any questions up to so far? Anyone who's lost up to so far? No one. Okay. Let's proceed. Now, control the ribbon. Guys, please make sure that you understand what is the ribbon. Put the ribbon in your mind. So every time when I said on the ribbon, do this, you know where to locate the ribbon, okay? Because most of the time, most of the things, we will be doing them on the ribbon. I'll be saying on the ribbon, go and click this and this and this, okay? So the new tapped ribbon system replaced traditional menu in Windows in Word 2016. It is designed to be responsive to your current task and easy to use. However, you can choose to minimize the ribbon if you would prefer to use different menu or something else. So look at the picture there at the below. It shows a ribbon display. It shows you an arrow that is facing up. Okay, so that arrow that is facing up, it's a ribbon display. So when you click on it, when you toggle on that arrow, obviously it will display or hide the ribbon. Okay, so it depends on what you'll be looking to do at that moment. Okay, but then to do it, you can see there we have steps on how to do it, A up to D. It says click on the ribbon to display the option button. Select the auto hide ribbon to automatically hide the ribbon when not in use. C. Select show tabs to display the ribbon tabs only. Select show tabs and commands to display the full ribbon. So that's how you tackle the ribbon, whether you want to hide it, whether you want to show certain things. So that's the steps that you need to do that. Okay? Any questions, Bazalwane? Any questions, guys? No questions. Silence means consent. There will be, guys, remember there will be an activity after each and every lesson. So you might find out that at the end of this lesson, there's an activity that you need to perform based on how to hide this ribbon thing, how to display this ribbon thing, and so forth. Okay. Now, to add commands to the quick access toolbar, click the arrow to the right of the quick access toolbar. You can see that arrow there on the blue part on top. After the save icon, at the end there's an arrow that said you need to click on the arrow on the right of the quick access toolbar. Select the command you wish to add from the drop-down list. It will appear in the quick access toolbar. For example, you can see on that drop-down list there on the customize quick access toolbar. Save it's clicked there, meaning it appears there on the quick toolbar. You can see the save is there. We also have the undo and redo there. You can, so anything that you want to do, let's say for example you want to click on email there, so you can click email, then meaning your email, it will be there on the quick access toolbar. So whenever you want to email, obviously you will click there and then it will direct you to whatever the email that you're using, whether you're using Outlook or you're using your Gmail and so forth. Okay. You can also attach a print preview there or spell check, spelling and grammar. So you can also spelling and grammar, guys. It's good that when you are done typing whatever your report thing, you can click on the spelling and grammar so that it can check the spelling for you. But then you should also bear it in mind when using the spelling and grammar, right? That computers, they don't understand our African names. Even if I'll type Tebogo there, it will underline with red, meaning it is an error. Okay, so yet I know that the word that the name that I've typed there is correct. So you should just bear that in mind, that it doesn't understand African names. But anything apart from our African names, then it will give you the right spelling, it will give you the right grammar. So you just have to look on what you want to change. Okay. Any questions before we go to the next slide? No questions. Now let's look on how to display or hide a ruler. And then immediately after that, there will be an activity. Okay. Now the set, click the view tab. Remember on your on that blue part where you find your home, your file, your reference, saving, and so forth. You have view tab there on those tabs. Now the set, click on the view tab. In the show group, put a check mark in the checkbox for ruler. So you can see there. Once you click on the view, then below there, it shows you ruler, grid lines, navigation pane, and so forth. Now they said you need to put a check mark next to the ruler so that it can be able to display the ruler when you type on your document. The ruler will be displayed at a page of your document. The view ruler icon work as a toggle button to turn the ruler on and off. Okay, so let me stop the presentation and let me open a Word document, and then let's follow this on a Word document, okay, before you start your activity. Any questions up to so far? No questions? Let me stop sharing and I'll share again a Word document. Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, teacher, apologies for interrupting. May you
No
please
problem.
may you please try to make your screen bigger a little bit, because it seems like it's very, very small.
It's okay, noted. Guys, others, do you see my screen, or maybe it's the device that my brother is using there? Others, do you see my screen? Yes, Mfundo?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, you can see my screen. Perfect.
Yes, I do see your screen, but at my device, it's look like it's too small.
Okay. What are you using? Are you using your cell phone or your laptop?
I am using a laptop,
A
but if
laptop.
you
Okay.
can just view it a bit.
Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, most of you saying they see perfect, but then I'll try to zoom my screen again. But it was zoom up to 100, so it means I have to zoom more than that. Yeah, let me share my screen. The Word document. Okay, I believe you can see my page, the Word document there. Is it visible to all of you? Because I've zoomed it to 150 now.
Yes, 100%. It's clear now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'll just take you through on what I was displaying on my PowerPoint. Okay, let me do this. Put my PowerPoint on the next screen so that it will be easier for me to follow what we were doing. Okay. On the first lesson, it says Microsoft Word 2016 is the word processing software in Microsoft Office 2016, which is what I've opened there, okay? It allows you to easily create a variety of professional looking document using features such as themes, styles, smart art, and many more, okay? So now, remember on I was talking about the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar, guys, it will be here again. I don't know if you'll see my mouse moving there because I'm not using a PowerPoint here. You can see you have your save there. You have your undo. It's grayed out because of there's nothing to undo, but then this immediately I type something and I delete whatever I've typed, the undo now it's active. Okay? It was grayed out because there was nothing to undo there. Then you have your repeat typing there. And then after the repeat typing, you have your quick access toolbar. Okay. Remember, I said in your quick access toolbar, that's where you find whatever tools that you want to add on your document. You have new there. You have open. Guys, please let's mute our microphones. You have new there. You have open. You have mine now. Save is there. And then undo is there. Redo is there. Let's say, for example, I want to put as email. I'll put email. Now, when you look at my quick access toolbar there, email is there. Once I click on email, then it will take you wherever to Outlook, okay, or to whatever email. So let me cancel this. I don't need an email. Any questions up to so far? On our still on setting up your Word environment, they said before you begin creating a document in Word, you may want to set up your Word environment and become familiar with the key tasks such as how to control your ribbon. Remember, I told you guys that your ribbon is here. Okay, this gray portion here, it is your ribbon where you find your B, your I, your U, your A that shows whatever colors there and everything. That's your ribbon. Okay. Now here you have your minimize, you have your maximize or restore, and then you have your close. So every time when you close your document, obviously if you have saved it, you will come and click here. But then before we proceed, guys, what's the difference between save and save as? Because when you click here, it says save, it says save as. What's the difference according to your understanding?
According to my understanding, saving a document, it just saves the document just as it is, like document 1 or document 22. And then save as gives you an option to rename the document and also decide the format that you want the document to be in. Sorry.
Thank you. You are a star. Others? Anyone who wants to add or minus?
Thank you.
Sure.
Greetings, colleagues.
Yes, sir.
I would like to apologize for joining late. Saving as, it also gives you a location, whether you want to save it under documents, under desktop, under any option that you want to save the document under. Then it's an advantageous to you. Whereas my comrade Nono has explained the save option. Thanks.
Thank you. You are a star. So, guys, both the answers are correct. So, save, it's when you just save whatever. Let's say, for example, let me put it in a simplest way. You were typing a document, right? This today, let's say you typing a document, we're saving it as class activity. So obviously, when you save that document today as class activity, you will be using the save as, so that it will give you the option to choose where you want to save it, whether in my document, whether in a desktop, whether in a USB, and so forth. Okay? Then comes tomorrow, the 21st. I'm saying, guys, let's open that class activity. And then at the end of the page of that class activity, let's add 2 paragraphs. Then you add 2 paragraphs. So you no longer save as, because that document already has been saved as. So you're going to simply click save. So when you click save, it only saves only the changes that we have done. Okay? Thank you guys for the answers. So now you know how this is how to minimize a document. And then obviously my document now, it will be there on my toolbar, and then I'll click it, it will be restored, it's there. Then I can maximize it, minimize it, maybe make it small and big. So you see when I maximize it, it becomes so small here. Then it restored it to the original size. When I click there, I close the document. Now, the next slide, control the ribbon. So now we're going to focus on controlling the ribbon. It says, the new tabbed ribbon system replaced the traditional menu in Word 2016. Okay? It is designed to be responsive to your current task and easy to use. However, you can choose to minimize the ribbon. You would prefer to use the different menu and so forth. So as I've said, guys, remember we will be using different system. On the other system, on your 2016, you will find that arrow that you see there. You can see is there on top there. You see, once you click on this ribbon, it says auto hide. Or once you click on that title box or toolbox or button, it shows you the auto hide ribbon, show tabs and commands. Okay, and then obviously next to it, again, it's what we have learned on the previous slide: the minimize, the restore, and the close. Okay, but then when you want to auto hide, you can click it here. You can see my ribbon is not there. Okay. So when I want it back, I'll go click on that arrow that's facing up, and then I'll say show ribbon. Okay. Show tabs. So now I've shown ribbon and tab. Some of you, when we continue typing, you will find out that it doesn't show your tabs. Okay, let me just say show ribbon. It shows the ribbon there, right? But it doesn't show your tabs. So you'll be saying, Debo, now where do I find the font color? Where do I find the font size? Where do I find the font style? You just need to go click on there and click on show tabs and commands. So now your tabs and commands are there. You can see now there you have your clipboard, you have your font there, font group, you have a paragraph group. So I'll be saying on your paragraph group, go click on, for example, go click on the increase indent or go click on decrease indent. So when I simply mention paragraph group, you know that your paragraph group will be here. When I said on your style, these are your styles here. You can choose whatever the style that you want here. We have different styles that you can choose there. You can choose anything that you want there. Okay? Now the set, which is what I did on the numbering, it says click on the ribbon display option, which is this one. Now select the auto hide ribbon. I'm clicking the auto hide ribbon. Select the show tab. Now I click on show tabs. Now select show tabs and commands. I go back again. I click show tabs and commands. Any questions up to so far? Silence means consent again. Let's proceed. Now, to add commands to the quick access toolbar. Add commands, guys, to the quick access toolbar, which is what we did on the previous 3-4 slides, but then I'll also take you there. Remember, to add your command, you click on this arrow that is facing down here. And then you can click any command that you want. I've added email. Let me take it out. I can add print, preview, and so forth. Now the print preview is there. So obviously print preview is when you want to print, but then you want to preview your page before you print it. Now, let's look on to display or hide the ruler. Remember, we have an activity based on this now. Now, there's set there to click on the view tab. Okay, remember where you find your tabs on that blue portion there on tab or on the top. That's where you find your tabs. You find your file tab, your home tab, insert tab, design, layout, reference, mailings, and so forth. Okay, now they said go to your tabs. On the tabs, click on the view tab. Once you click on the view tab, now they said you need to put a check mark on a ruler. Already my ruler is there. My ruler is here where you see the 1, 2, 3, whatever, and there's a portion that is gray out on your left and the right. Meaning now you cannot type on that portion that is gray out. That's why when you look at this, the cursor starts flashing on the portion that is white. Okay, so it cannot start here. Okay, so now let me hide my ruler. I'm hiding my ruler. Now I don't have a ruler there on top. How do I display it? Remember, I go to my view tab, then I click on the ruler. Now my ruler is displayed. Any questions up to so far? Guys, any questions up to so far? No questions. Let me try to zoom the slides here. Can make it. Okay, maybe 110 will be okay. So let me share. Okay, I'm sharing back now my PowerPoint. Now, since you don't have manuals, then there's a question here. The activity. They said in this activity, they said open Word in your computer and your blank document will appear on the screen. make use of the ribbon. Make sure that the ribbon is fully displayed. Hide the ruler, display the ruler, add a command you wish on your quick access toolbar and close without saving the document. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes just to do what you see on this screen, on my screen. Do it on your laptops. And let me know once you're done. You can simply send a thumb up and then I'll be able to know that you are done. Good luck. You need one. Are we winning, Bazalwane? Are we done? Are we winning?